Peace, peace, peace. What is going on, world? Welcome to another Substantial Weekly. Pardon the slight delay. Happy New Year, everybody, man. It is great to see y'all. You know, per usual, wearing a million hats, juggling technical issues, all that good stuff. But, man, really excited to be back. Feeling well rested. Yeah, man, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Let me know in the comments if things are running smoothly or if there's any hiccups and all of that per usual. Can't do this show without y'all. And so, man, I'm always grateful. If it's your first time to the channel, you know the routine. Like anything else on YouTube, you know what I'm going to say. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what it is. All my regulars, welcome back, man. Great to see y'all. Tetsuo out here with the new name. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Oustet or Ousted. You know what I mean? But shout out to Don. Shout out to C Cruz. Good to see you up in here, family. Soul Tiger, what's going on? Yeah, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Shout out to those of you watching on Facebook as well. Salute to everybody, man. Shout out to all the love. You know, I've been sent over the last few days since being back online. Yeah, man, I took a real vacay. I think last year was the first time in a long time where we actually we were able to get two vacations in 1 year. The first was very brief. We just went down, spent almost a week with my mom in North Carolina and VA back in August. It was real brief. It was crazy because it was right after the album came out. You know what I mean? But then fast forward, December got here, man, and we started Vacay on December 15th and stuff, and we went out to Arizona, was out there, took my wife to Vegas as well, and yeah, man, it was really dope. It was her first time in Arizona and Las Vegas, so yeah, man, had a really good vacation, feeling well rested, ready to get back to work, excited to be here with y'all. You know what it is. Real quick, going to the comment, Ousted, got it. Thank you for the correction. All right, Ousted. Uploading videos soon, so I need to figure out a more unique name. No doubt, man. I got you. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's here. If you haven't, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a second. I will show you something in a second. I don't want to get ahead of myself. All right, but yeah, man, let's get into things because we got a lot to cover today. For those who don't know, man, your boy's birthday is this Sunday. You know what I mean? Clap it up for myself real quick. You know, thank you for the old school joint. Man, super excited. I am blessed to be turning 45 years old, man. That is a huge blessing. Eternally grateful. You know, grateful that like for as long as I've been doing it, you know, in a business that oftentimes isn't very kind to some of the older heads who do it. And let's be real, some of the folks in hip hop don't always age gracefully too. You know, which is not just a hip hop thing, but hip hop tends to have this weird relationship with some of the people who've been in it a bit longer because they view it. People tend to view it as a young person's thing. And so, yeah, man, I'm grateful that I'm still here, just in life in general, but grateful that I still have a career in this business and people like yourself still tune in. People like yourself still support when you can, show up to shows, buy merch, all of these different things. And so, man, I'm really grateful, you know, and so, yeah, man, definitely excited. Not doing anything fancy. I've been getting a few text messages from different homies. Like, yo, what you doing? You know what I mean? Like, y'all having a get together? No. Nah, man, I'm doing a date day with my wife because her birthday is 2 days after mine. Clap it up for the missus. You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out to Mrs. Robinson. So the missus and I will be taking a day. We're just doing a double feature, go catch a couple movies. One that I started to see but had to walk out because it was a bit too much for my youngest daughter, and that's The Color Purple, the musical, which the first half of it that I saw was amazing. But yeah, we're gonna go back so I can finally finish seeing that. We saw it on Christmas Day, and then we're gonna go see American Fiction. with Jeffrey Wright. So I'm excited about that, man. Again, nothing super fancy for the birthday, just quality time with, the missus. Yeah, shout out to the Capricorns, you know what I'm saying? We clap it up for Capricorns. Let me tell the people who don't understand why Capricorns are amazing. Let me tell you why we're amazing real quick. Quick flex, you know what I mean? We're amazing for a lot of different reasons. But I just like to say it's like, we're so dope. We're the only ones where the year starts with us and ends with us. Never forget that. You know what I'm saying? The alpha and the omega. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Capricorn. We got a lot of greats amongst Team Capricorn. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say I am one of those greats, but you know what I'm saying? We got MLK on the team and many others. I'm going to just stop there. You know what I mean? We going to stop flexing too much because we don't want people to feel away like we have something against them. But just remember, it starts with us. It ends with us. Team Capricorn, let's go. Clap it up one more time. Okay. Yeah, man. So early happy birthday to Warpath. I'm assuming your birthday's coming up, but if it already passed, man, happy belated. But yeah, man. See, this is why we get along, brother. I'm blessed to have a lot of Capricorn friends. We're gonna also shout out to Shamark, my man Sherm the Barber. His birthday just passed yesterday. Happy birthday to him. Shout out to Truth from Godzilla. His birthday is coming up soon. Rest in peace to my father. His birthday is not this Sunday, but exactly 7 days after mine, January 14th. Shout out to my man Jamin Cuevas, another Capricorn. His birthday is I believe on the 13th. You know what I mean? And a whole lot of other homies, man, who are Team Cap, man. It's our season. Happy birthday to all of y'all. Happy belated birthday to my former manager, Sean Oak Williams. Shout out to Shu, my homegirl Shu, who's like my sis growing up, who also used to be a part of my crew, UV. Her birthday already passed as well. And shout out to my cousin Anwar. A happy belated birthday to you too. So yeah, man, Capricorns are deep. The force is strong with these folks. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, shout out to the other folks in the building. We got some Scorpio. You know what I mean? Y'all good folks too. We got a ton of Scorpios in my family. Shout out to Aries as well. Everybody who repping in the chat. You know what I mean? And Libra, I see you. All right. Let's get into some things, man. I'm gonna stop talking for a minute because I recognize that there's a video of mine that a lot of you have probably not seen because it isn't on my channel. So what I need y'all folks to do is you're going to head over to Words, Beats, and Life. You're going to search that and find their channel, or you can search Substantial, The Long Route music video, and you can see my official video for The Long Route, which, don't worry, I'm about to play it for y'all now. But real quick, let's get to these comments before I do that. Yes, happy early born day to Mrs. Robinson. Yes, indeed. Speaking of merch, my order came in the mail a few weeks ago. I've been wearing my new hoodie all year. That's what's up. I believe there's somebody's hoodie, someone's gift I got to send out too, man. I think it's Josh. Josh, I'm not sure if you're here yet, but don't worry. I saw the email late, but I got you. I was on vacation, so I wasn't getting back to a lot of folks. But I got you. I have not forgotten. Let's see. Warpath says, got my adultish hoodie for Christmas so I could finally rock it with the cap. Tagged you on Facebook, Stan. That's love, man. I hope you like it. I hope it fits nice. Thank you for supporting. We're going to talk about merch in a second after I play the video. Actually, hold up. Let me see, because I might be jumping out of order. Nope, I had it right. Okay. All right. Let me check how those hoodies look. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to send y'all a link in a second. We're going to talk about merch after we come back from the video. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, for those who have not seen it, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Long Route music video, which is directed by me and edited by me as well. It was shot by myself, the homie Boete in Uganda, where most of the video was shot. Most of the video was shot in Uganda. And then there's some footage that was shot in DC. Very little. I think it was like one shot that was done in DC. And then one shot that was taken from the plane over Ethiopia. So yeah, man, it was really, really dope doing this. Yeah, let me stop talking and let's play the video. So give me 1 second, get that queued up. Bong. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is the video for The Long Route. Enjoy.
Welcome home, Substantial.
We want to change it. We need it on the double. You know. But Tamara Dobson said progress has to be a slow thing for it to be definite. That's real. So I hit up Tamara Wellens and we decided to take the long route home. Let's go.
We rarely choose a path where success is all but secure. We test the limits daily, ensuring we're built for more. They stepped over my body while washing up on the shore. Ironically, I wasn't self-doubt and seldom endure. I'm no stranger to struggle, I become a connoisseur. No standing for experience, wisdom ain't in brochures. But I find greatness synonymous with the journey that's arduous. Surviving don't always make you popular with the populace. Some would rather get posthumous recognition. Easier to miss than love you, cause love requires commitment. Back when I was a pauper, but chose to offer enrichment. I named my nephew Wealth long before we knew what rich meant. Not defined by my pigment, but I'm proud descendant of men and women who know what winning in our country and their skin meant. An independent family man with a penchant for finding love without limits beyond the hate and resentment.
We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song. We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song.
Yeah. You know the pressure we under is unrelenting, and it seems the distance we travel is never ending. Question our decisions when life is testing our gumption, and learn that goals ain't really last stops, they're more like junctions. Path that lead to businesses, others that lead to babies. Some that lead to a classroom and others that lead to stages. Some that lead you to prison and others the early grave. But if I heaven on earth while searching the path of pain. But son, ain't take time to chill, this took time to build. Finding each other's easy, the hard parts to find the will. To keep the ship afloat when others give up hope. Winning each other's sail or an anchor when we need it most. So before the curtain call or the counter gavel, I answer when my purpose call. We got ground to travel. Locale don't matter when the tank's full as your heart is. Seen the world where home is still where my heart and the art is.
We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song. We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song. We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song. We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song.
The long route, no went all out. Went all out. I took the long route, no went all out. Went all out. I took the long route, no went all out. Went all out. I took the long route, no went all out. I took the long route, no went all out.
I'm keeping it together right now, but you don't understand, I dreamed about this moment for most of my life. You know what I mean? Like I've dreamt about this most of my life. I've done my DNA to know exactly where my ancestors are from, and this has been something 43 years in the making that I've been waiting for to come here and be with brothers and sisters like yourself. So I don't take this lightly. You know what I mean? I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life, and I really appreciate being able to share this with y'all.
Man, yeah. Hey, man, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Once again, man, that is the video for the song The Long Route. The Long Route is from my album Adultish, which is out right now, streaming on all platforms. Yeah, man, super proud of this joint. Super proud of the video. Shout out. Hey, thank y'all, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat for all the love, man. Glad y'all enjoyed the joint. Appreciate the comments, all of that. But yeah, man, So this music video, as I mentioned before I played it, was shot in Uganda. Shout out to a lot of folks who helped make it happen. Shout out to Words, Beats, and Life. The reason why this video was shot in Uganda is because the relationship I have with Words, Beats, and Life as a teaching artist. I teach music business classes with them, but I also act as a cultural diplomat where I'm allowed to travel abroad with them, which I'm going to talk a little bit more later in the show. And so one of the opportunities, the first opportunity I had with them to work as a cultural diplomat was to go to Uganda. And while I was there, I got to hear from amazing poets, see some amazing MCs, visual artists, and just amazing people in general. And it was a great experience. Got an opportunity to support some local business and local designers, all of that. Real quick, let me answer this question. Yeah, so it is available. Hey, peace, Joshua. I was just mentioning you earlier. Layla, yes, it's on Spotify. It's a part of my album Adultish, which came out a little while ago. But yes, Adultish is out now on all platforms. If you just search Adultish, or you just search the name of the song, Substantial, The Long Route, featuring Tamara Wellens, also featuring DJ Hav on the cuts. Shout out to Hav as well. But yes, it's on Spotify. You can stream it right now. But yeah, man, so shout out to Words, Beats, and Life again for helping to make the video even possible. Shout out to Babaluku, who's the brother you saw with the head wrap, who pops up in several cameos in the video. His organization is who collaborated with Words, Beats, and Life. Bavaku, I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but their foundation collaborated with Words, Beats, and Life to bring me there. Shout out to Buete, who you see briefly in one of the shots, who also helped film a lot of the scenes where I was performing in. Shout out to the missus. Shout out to my wife who filmed the scene that I did in DC where I performed the song stateside for the first time with Tamara Wellens at Blues Alley. And then also shout out to Saint Nelly. Saint Nelly is a MC who you see in the video looking through some artwork. He's the first artist that I ever knew or contacted who's in Uganda. I was put in contact with him through End of the Week, some brothers in New York who run a global hip hop, collective and stuff. And so was able to link up with him. He's a well-known MC there. He's very respected. And, he happened to come through the last event we did and showed a lot of love. He's like a decorated battle MC as well. But yeah, man. So yes, a lot of guest appearances. Shout out to Northern Griot Network. The poets who came down from Canada who were there. Really, really talented folks. My man Eddie, who's a crazy beatboxer, he was there as well. And so many others. Tough Dumpling and the rest of the crew, man. So shout out to all of them who all made cameos in the video, et cetera, et cetera. Just want to send all the love to the amazing, amazing scene out in Uganda. All right, real quick, let's get back to the chat. Send some more love real quick. Hey, peace, Joshua. Peace to who else we got? Hey, my man Early in the building. Shout out to Early. Happy Friday. Early has a new video that just dropped. Make sure you support my brother when you get a sec. Hold on. Yeah, so someone is trying to offer services on Twitch to me, but we're not going to spend any time talking about that right now, okay? To that person, I would just say, hey, man, that's what email and DMs are for. You can reach out to me via iamsubstantial.com through contact. We can speak further, all right? Frank, what's going on? Frank Goita in the building. Good to see you, fam. Welcome. All right, let's keep it moving. More things to talk about. Let's get this up on the screen. Excuse me. All right. So for those who don't know, of course, Adultish, the deluxe edition, is available and has been available on Bandcamp since mid-July. But you will be happy to know that Adultish Deluxe Edition will be available on all streaming platforms. starting next Friday. So be on the lookout for that. That means all of the instrumentals, including the original songs, will all be available on all streaming platforms. So that's happening next Friday. Be on the lookout for that. Shout out to those of you who have been streaming the hell out of Lost Touch and the instrumental. The song Lost Touch is about to hit 15,000 streams on Spotify alone. And over the break, man, it got featured on an Apple Music editorial for jazz music, and also got it also charted a few different times as well over the last few weeks. I haven't been posting about it because I was on vacay, but yeah, man, behind the scenes, it's been doing really, really solid, and that's thanks to you guys. The instrumental version already has like over 2/3 or close to 2/3 of the streams that the actual song has, and it did that in 4 weeks. Actually, no, less than that. It did it in 3 weeks. So, and that's because of y'all. So thank y'all for the support, man. I greatly appreciate it. Let's get back to these comments real quick before we keep it pushing. Yeah, got my deluxe vinyl, and it looks even better in person. Thank you. Clap it up for Warpath for supporting. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. We're going to talk about some other things. So let me get this back up on the screen. Since we are talking about how nice the vinyl look, let's talk about merch, family. Since it's my B-Day, what I wanted to do is do a little something for y'all, for those of you who want to support, but maybe money's a little tight. So right now, 25% off of everything on the official Sub Art and Music store. On Bandcamp, this sale also applies and the same code works. However, if you support through my website, because I've already made certain payments on that site, no percentage comes out when you support via my website other than the general processing fee. So in case you're ever wondering what's the best way to support, Bandcamp is the second best way. And we got love for Bandcamp. Make no mistake about it. However, best way to support most artists is when you can buy directly from them via their website. So those of you who want to support, head on over to subartmusic.com/store, and it's literally 25% off of all merch right now. Use the code BDAY25 and you can get 25% off of everything in the store. A lot of cool items. Of course, you know about all the adultish stuff. The shoes still are temporarily unavailable because I ended that sale. But I got news. I got news for y'all. The shoes will be making a comeback very soon. I'm waiting for the launch of Adultish 2.0, which is going to feature all of these amazing remixes that I got. Don't think I've forgotten about that. That's about to come real soon. I got to get it mastered. And right now, I need to know from y'all. Let me know if you're interested in it actually being, I know you kind of got to hear it, but believe me when I tell you, I would not be putting out most of these remixes if they weren't. Some of them are doper than the original tracks I produced. And got some amazing people who contributed, from AJ Rios, who's super dope, to Kokai, who killed it, to K Murdoch, who killed it. There's other people whose names I'm forgetting right now, but I got a lot of really, really dope stuff, and that's coming soon. So I'm considering, obviously it's going to be added to the USB drives and will be on streaming platforms and of course Bandcamp and my website. But I'm debating on making physical CDs for it and potentially vinyl if that's something y'all are interested in. And I do have a variant of the artwork which was done a while ago that I'm going to make. It's like an illustration style of the cover, which will be the cover art for it. And so all of that coming really, really soon. Shout out to Ryan who designed that. But yeah, man, let's see. I got an adultish collection going, only missing the shirts. There you go. I see, man. I appreciate it. Frank, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the early birthday love. My hoodie fits pretty good, but it's a little short. Was actually wondering if yours fits that way too, Stan, because I believe we're the same height. Yeah, so it's not like because of the brand that I use, it's not like one of these hoodies that kind of drapes past the waistline unless you get it like probably a size bigger than you need. This brand is kind of known for making like a slimmer fit hoodie. It looks nice or whatever, depending on like what type of fit you put together with it. But I understand that not everybody rocks their hoodies like that. But yeah, mine is a little shorter than maybe like a Gildan hoodie when I wear it. But I kind of style it a certain way, so it's not really it's not an issue for me. But I definitely can see what you're saying. Copping it right away if it comes out physically. Brother, I appreciate you, man. Shout out to C Cruz and all of you who, are down to support everything. Really, really appreciate it. Don, take care, fam. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for showing up early as well, All right. Yes. All right, so let's keep it moving. But yeah, lots of cool things available on the site. We got the winter break stuff, which is still temporarily available. Probably by the end of January, it's going to be taken down. And then, of course, got some Kwanzaa-related stuff. Kwanzaa 365, the Bob Alloy joint, some Umoja joints, all of that stuff for people who celebrate. Never too late to get your Kwanzaa stuff. You can copy Kwanzaa stuff all year. You know what I mean? Like I said, Kwanzaa 365. It's all about practicing the principles all year round. You know what I'm saying? So we out here repping. All right, I'm about to pop open my laptop and get back on merch site. Thanks to for the B-Day code. You're very welcome. For those of you who have most of this merch or not interested in copping merch but still want to show some B-Day love, remember, it's never mandatory, but it's always appreciated. You can head over either to Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and send a little something if you want. That helps support the channel and stuff. It allows me to keep this going, because this does take a lot of time to set up, a lot of prep and stuff like that. And I got to maintain my equipment and different things that I get so I can go live and keeping y'all up to date. So if you want to support the channel, those are great ways to do it. You can also support directly here on YouTube. They do take a larger percentage, but I am not mad about any of the support that comes through. So again, no pressure. It's never mandatory, but always appreciated. But I would appreciate the B-Day love if you got it. But don't feel like you have to do it. All right. Let's keep it going, because there's more stuff to talk about. Boom, boom. Okay. So yeah, man, check this out. I'm sharing some vacation day photos with y'all. Let's get it up proper. Bang. Man, had a really, really blessed opportunity to spend some time in Arizona and Vegas, courtesy of my big sister, one of my big sisters, my sister Lisa. Shout out to her. And my brother-in-law Daryl, man, they hosted us for 2 weeks out there. We had an amazing time. Went with the missus and my kids, bumped into a lot of old friends. Some of them will be pictured here. I didn't post all of the pictures, just letting y'all in a little, letting y'all in for a little bit. But yeah, man, Happy New Year, fam. Happy birth. Man, I appreciate the birthday love. Happy life to you as well. Shout out to our brother CM and everybody else for coming through today. But yeah, let's take a quick look at these vacation recap photos. You know what I mean? So this is us at Dobbins Point in Arizona, and it overlooks Phoenix. Had a really great time here. Shout out to our friend Misha, who put us on. Took a lot of cool photos there, man. It was very, very beautiful. This is us there after while the sun was setting and stuff. Got some great photos. Yo, the cacti out there are huge. Like, I think a lot of times when we see it in movies on TV, this isn't my first time to Arizona, but for the family that came with me, like my kids and stuff and the missus, it was some of their first time seeing some of these things in person. Because a lot of times when you see some people who have them as plants or stuff like that, or see like faux plants of it, they're not that big. So, yeah, but the cactus was huge. It was crazy. All right. Now, this is when we got to Vegas. I didn't post a ton of the Vegas photos in here because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. No, I'm playing. But this is one of the restaurants I got put on to. This is a restaurant called Calabash Family. So it's an African restaurant. I think Gambia in particular, or Gambia. Yeah, man, the food was amazing. They had jollof rice. They had this peanut butter stew that was amazing. This fish that's kind of like a rockfish. I forget what type of fish it's called, but dude, food was so good. Oh my God. Just how big are the cacti in terms of scale? So I'm about 6 feet tall. A lot of the ones I saw were like between like 7 to 10 feet. Some of the biggest ones I saw. So like it was crazy, you know, like I'm looking at it like, damn, I don't even know if my vertical, like, I don't know if I can still get up like that. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely a bit bigger than I expected. When in Vegas, always bet on black, 100%. That's why I went to the blackest restaurant I could go to. I'm just playing, but nah, yeah, we had a great time. My wife gambled for the first time, so that was kind of cool watching her experience that. You know, but yeah, we also went to the Neon Museum. So this place, these photos right here, this photo right here that you're seeing is actually, think of it as kind of like a graveyard for signs that used to be on the main strip or the original strip. And so, yeah, man, we got to check that place out. It was definitely a really, really dope experience, man, being able to see a lot of these signs up close, realizing the scale, like how big some of them are, seeing how old some of them were. Yeah, it was super dope. Let's see. Do you prefer desert climate or the tropics? Yeah, it's hard. So I think my initial feelings are I prefer the desert climate because it's less humid. Even when it's like 100 degrees, I can be outside and not sweating to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, yeah. Because like, for example, because of humidity, a lot of times the air feels so thick when it's only like in the 90s. It sometimes feels like it's 100 and something, and I feel like I'm more physically drained than when I'm in the drier climate. That's my personal experience, but I know that's not necessarily everyone's situation. So I do prefer it for that. However, you know, I'm not a guy that hates the rain, man. So like when, like I like a place where like you get a certain amount of rainfall. Like I like the smell of it. You know, that break, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that your body gets in those moments and stuff, especially when it's been hot. Even when it's like the fall and stuff like that. And you get a little bit of rain and stuff, man, it's kind of beautiful, you know? So I'm a person that, you know, I can do both, but like if I'm being selfish and I'm trying to preserve a really dope outfit I got on, I'd prefer to be rocking that in a drier climate versus like, you know, you're getting all fresh, you walk outside and you got to change your shirt within like 5 to 10 minutes, you know. But yeah, man. Oh no, I hate gambling. Yeah, she didn't do anything too crazy. I think we did blackjack and no, I'm lying. She did oh my God, what's it? Roulette. She did roulette and then she did she tried the slots first. So that's all we did. We didn't do anything too crazy, you know. I think we gambled like $20. We didn't do any real money, you know. But it was a lot of fun. All right, let's get into these other pictures. Yeah, man. Shout out to Mega Ran and his wife Rachel. We got to hang out with them. It was really, really dope. Kicking it with them, man. They put us on the 2 spots and stuff. Food place and then this cafe that we're in right here. Really cool getting to hang with them. Yeah, man. Shout out to Ran. See what else. Oh yeah. The Great House, Casa Grande, or Casa Grande. That was amazing, man, getting to visit this. So this is a structure that I believe is like 1,000 years old, that they preserved. That's out there in, it's in Casa Grande, Arizona, not too far from, about like maybe 30-40 minutes away from Phoenix, and about 10-15 minutes away from where my sister is out in Coolidge. But yeah, man, it was it was definitely dope. Yeah, this is what it looks like from outside. So if you look real closely, you can see people standing down there, and that you can see how big that structure is. This has been there for 1,000 years. Of course, they've done some stuff to try to take care of it and keep it standing, but it was definitely cool, you know. Ashley, peace. What's going on? Thanks for joining us. Shout out to the folks watching on Twitch. All right. Wow, I'm going to Albuquerque in April with my pops. That's what's up, man. Tell your pops I said peace. Definitely have a safe trip when y'all go. I haven't been yet. I heard it's really beautiful out there too, in certain parts. Just getting in. Happy. Hey, man. Thank you. David Atkinson, pardon me, is a fellow Capricorn as well. That's what's up. Team Cap, you know what I mean? Word. So yeah, man. But super dope. Just a quick reminder, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the ticker at the bottom for those of y'all who want to send in some B-Day love. No pressure, but hold on, I clicked the wrong one. Bong. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so via the super chat on YouTube or Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. All the love is always appreciated, but never mandatory. All right. Boom. Ashley asked if I do music or am I a gamer? I'm not a gamer. I do play a little bit here and there, but I'm an MC. I make music. Thank you for tuning in. You know what I mean? If it's your first time checking out one of the shows, I know I haven't been posting in a while. But yeah, definitely check out the music if you haven't before. All right, and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Looks like everyone is doing big things. I just applied for college myself. Hey, that's what's up. I wish you all the best. Good luck with that. Let us know what you're majoring in. You know, we'd love to know that. All right. Hey, okay, cool. Thank you for supporting, Ashley. I appreciate that. Boom. I am on Twitter as well. Twitter is I am substantial. I'm setting up a Discord joint. I haven't launched it yet. Which reminds me, couple things I'm looking for right now, folks, as we go to the next picture. That's me and the family out at Casa Grande. Yeah, and so we'll end with this picture here. This is the brother we're standing with right there. That's Munti. He's a amazing native musician. Plays flute. He produces as well. I think he plays guitar too. Also, the clothes that he's wearing or the jewelry he's wearing, he actually made. And then we're holding these hula hoops and stuff because he also dances with those. We saw a really dope performance that happened at George Mason University where we got an actual demonstration, people dancing with it. And one of the things he told us when we met him is that every time someone puts a hoop over you, they add a year to your life. And so, yeah, that was pretty dope. We're also there with my kids, my wife, and my sister, who's calling me right now because she doesn't know I'm on live, and my brother-in-law, Daryl, man. Shout out to everybody. It was a great vacay. But, yeah, so that's the vacation recap. We are going to get into some other things before we get out of here. We're going to be here for a little bit longer. But, yeah, man, shout out to just that whole experience was really dope, man. I had a great time, and looking forward to going back to Arizona for sure. Definitely a place I like visiting. I always like to think I'm auditioning new homes when I visit places. But yeah, I don't know if I could see myself living there, but I definitely like visiting there, But yeah, man. Let's see something real quick. So yeah. For those that don't know, we just started Sam Academy back in November. We announced this, or October we announced it. And then we did our welcoming meeting back in November, had our first classes in December, just did our second class in, yesterday. And it's been going great. We're hoping to get more people signed up, for clarity, because of the fact that our company has art in the name as well. Some people think that we're currently offering art classes right now. Right now, it's solely music business classes, but art classes will be coming. But they're not going to be like the traditional art classes, like come learn how to draw. It's going to be for people who are creative entrepreneurs who are looking how to better manage their business and find opportunities in the arts. Potential like opportunities to travel abroad, grant opportunities, things like that. These are the type of things we're discussing in the music business classes as well. So far, the first 2 classes covered. We yesterday's class was focused on merchandising. So we brought in different types of merch, gave artists like a list of potential companies that they could utilize, talked about what made this company different from the next. We talked about the importance of establishing your brand, so you get an idea of what type of merch you should be trying to possibly do, explaining what high usability means when it comes to merchandise, and why that's the type of merch you want to create. Like all of these different things, man. It was really, really great class. We also do different exercises so folks get in the habit of documenting their ideas. We also discussed how to create a budget, or just taking time to write down what the budget is for an album. Fun fact for those of you who don't know, at least 6 of my projects have cost about between $20,000 to $45,000 to release. So for those of you who think, man, they'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go ahead, download it for nothing over here. Yeah, man, just if you didn't know, like putting out an album is very expensive. Especially when you're doing it in a way where people can get copies of it globally. And it's popping up in certain places, or you're trying to do certain things. And keep in mind, what I just explained to you, that's me doing it with limited marketing. Because if I really invested in the marketing budget for a lot of these projects, it would send it up another like 10 to 15 grand. So that's why I said between 20,000 to 40,000 or more, because in certain cases, when we really went hard with the marketing, we ended up investing like almost 10 grand just into that in some of these cases. So, yeah, man. And what was crazy is the reason why I stopped putting so much money into the marketing, and why a lot of people don't even know, like, I have new releases out, because they're not on the mailing list. They're not, they might be subscribed or follow me on a platform, but they don't have notifications turned on. There's a whole lot of variables, right? No slight at them, but folks, it becomes very difficult to really stay informed with your favorite artists if you're not being a part of things like this on a regular basis with them. And so, yeah, man. So, for those folks, they're not able to support the way they want to sometimes, because they don't even know you got a thing out. And then it's something like streaming too, where a lot of people, that's how they support, is by playing the music. But for those who don't know, and this is something we talk about in the class, and after this I'll drop it and move on. But like, for example, one of the listeners of mine that was in the top 1% of people that listened to me, had listened to my music in the past year over 1,000 times, right? I think it was 1,004 times, which is amazing, because a lot of times people exaggerate. Oh, I've played you thousands of times. You haven't. You know what I mean? I have my favorite artists. I've listened to their stuff a lot, but you'd be surprised like how many plays 1,000. Like when we say 1,000 times, like, fam, you would have to listen to me. You would have to listen to a song I made. Let's talk about one song, or to put it in context. You would have to listen to one song I made more than 3 times a day, or about 3 times a day, every day. And now some fans have actually done that, but the vast majority have not. And so now when you think about that, let's say that you're a fan who's done that. If you've played me over 1,000 times in a year, that is the equivalent on Spotify, just Spotify. That's the equivalent of $4. $4. That's it. You could buy a sticker from me. Let's say buy 2 stickers, right? Because this is manufacturing costs. But you could pay for 2 stickers from me. And after I pay for those stickers, I've literally doubled the profit I've made is double what you've helped me make in streaming just by buying 2 stickers. That's how crazy this business is right now. Okay, so while I do appreciate everyone who streams my music, I don't want to make it sound like an ungrateful artist, because I'm not. And I understand the impact that one person listening to my music and how that leads to more people listening to my music and how that helps the algorithm. I understand all of these things because I teach people in this industry how to navigate it, right? So I get all of that. But when I tell y'all, because this is a good segue to like, hey, B-Day sale happening, buy some merch if you can. It ain't gotta be nothing crazy, but even something small sometimes will help our artists make far more than what you would help them make if you played them hundreds of times. That's how crazy it is. And for those who still don't understand how this works, literally the money that you pay in subscriptions to this stuff. So let's break it down like this. That one person, 1,000 plus times, $4 of the $120 that they paid that streaming service. This person listened to me more than any other artist they listened to. And of the $120 they gave Spotify, right? 4 of those dollars came to me. And then keep this in mind, 70% to 75% of that money goes to the top 3 major labels. So even if you're on these platforms not listening to any major artists, right? You're only listening to indie artists. You're still paying and supporting major labels on these by streaming via that platform. So while we love to call Spotify the devil, just understand that like part of what's behind that are these major labels. So I'm gonna go ahead, step off my soapbox, but I believe in having educated consumers, supporters like y'all. And so I'm here to tell y'all the truth. I ain't got time to be bullshitting y'all. So I'm gonna tell you the truth of what's happening in this business. This is something I've been teaching in this industry, specifically about the music business for nearly 10 years, right? So I'm just telling, and I've been an artist in the industry for almost 25 years, right? Be 25 years this upcoming year. So this is my life. And I'm just making sure y'all informed. So that way, you know, the best way to not just support me, because it ain't just about me. It's about a lot of people who are taking care of people who they love doing this art. And oftentimes don't see much from it. The joke in the industry is, how do I make an album? Or how much do I got to spend? Oh, if I want to make an album, make $1 million, I got to spend $3 million. That's a real joke in the biz. I got to spend $3 million to make $1 million in this industry, right? So what I teach people to do, last thing about Sam Academy, what we teach people to do at Sam Academy is how to better monetize this in a way where you don't have to break yourself in order to make a decent living and a sustainable living in the biz. All right. I am off the soapbox. Let's get on to other things. All right. But man, I appreciate the comments. Frank, take care, man. I'm sorry if I missed you already. But yes, it is crazy. Yes, it's also wild. But also keep them babies off these poles. Always keeping the babies off the poles. That's what we doing. Now listen, you know what I'm saying? I am not saying that is the wrong form of entertainment for people, right? I am just saying that in this house, we are working toward making sure that they never have to feel like that's something they got to do if they don't want to do it. If you're trying to do it, you know, live your life, be great. I am not here to yuck your yum. I am not telling you to even not go to those places and stuff like that. But I am trying to keep me and mine, not just my daughters, not just my wife. I'm trying to keep me off these poles too. Because nobody want to see that shit. Nobody want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Up there, look at all that wisdom. Hey, yo, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see that shit. So let's keep it pushing. And maybe you do, but you won't. All right. I used to buy all your albums, but then Amazon Music started making some BS changes. I wasn't happy with it, so I reluctantly switched to Spotify. It's all good, man. It's all good. A lot of them are, you know, the structure is very similar, but I know the majors in particular have their relationship is they have the most control over Spotify in particular. You ever notice when a Drake release comes out? You ever notice how like literally his songs are on like almost every playlist? I was finding him on like Latin playlists, stuff where I was like, something doesn't belong here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? I know he might look like he's Latino, but he's not. You know what I mean? The song didn't even have influence. It ain't like he sampled a record from the joint. They just had his stuff everywhere. All right, let's get to the next slide. So for those who don't know, Shout out to my brother Javier Starks, who's been a guest on the show a few different times. I'm gonna drop a link for those of you who want to support the brother. But yeah, man, his EP is coming out at the end of the month, and here's a link to support Javier. Link to Jay Starks. Hold on, typo. So here's a link to his Bandcamp and his upcoming release called Faces of Change. And y'all can just check out, he got a ton of free music on his Bandcamp. And I need y'all to, even if you can't pre-order this project called Faces of Change, which is produced by the homie Matthew Shell. This is the version of this project that's solely produced by him, but there is another version of Faces of Change, which is available on Bandcamp right now, where you can check out a ton of the songs that aren't on this version, and you can do that right now. But definitely head over there, man, and check him out. Pre-order if you want, but at least bare minimum follow him on Bandcamp. For those of you who don't know who Javier Starks is, he's an amazing MC. He's a youth worker, activist. He's also a professional athlete. He's been riding PEV, personal electric vehicles, for quite some time. He had for the longest time, he was the reigning champ in terms of distance on a one wheel. He's ridden the one wheel more than most people on this planet. For the longest, I think he was the only person to ride the number of miles he had, and I believe it was over 40,000 at this point. But he also rides other PEVs like the Too Swift, and now he's I think he just recently purchased the e-bike, the Land Moto joint. So yeah, man, he's doing a lot of big things. And for those of you who don't know why you see me pushing him so much, if you didn't know, my wife and I, Substantial Art and Music, we actually manage Javier's career. So yeah, man, definitely supporting that brother is supporting us. And I'm not just telling you that because he was popping up around here and showing up and collaborating with me even before that, because he's a friend. You know what I mean? We love that dude like he's family. So because he is family. So definitely check out his Bandcamp if you can. At least hit follow. Take a look. You might find some great music. He makes 100% curse-free hip-hop as well. So yeah, he's not, peddling any he's not peddling trauma or negative things just to get clicks, man. He's pushing positivity and good vibes and stuff, and he's a great human being. So definitely support my brother. Hey, clap it up for my man Joshua McGee. My Spotify listens for the day. Thank you, family. That means a lot. So for the record, what Joshua just paid after YouTube takes their 20 to 20, I think it's 25% that they take from this, that is still that's almost $4. So he just literally put up close to 1,000 plays on Spotify just with that one contribution just now. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. I know you don't have to do it, so it means a lot, seriously. All right. Nice afro, y'all. What's going on, fam? Good to see you up in here. All right. Jav is a pretty dope ass dude. He definitely is, man. Follow him on social media too. Javier Starks on Instagram. Definitely, if you want some good vibes in your day, man. He's definitely putting good vibes up there. All right. Early, man. Have a great day at work, bro. All right. Talk to you soon, man. Yeah, so let's keep it moving. Other things to share. Yes, for those who don't know, I actually have some vinyl available right now that's worth pre-ordering if you get the opportunity. I'm working with this company called Least of All in Brooklyn, who literally they do live recordings and they film it as well, and they record it. You typically perform with a band. And what you can do is you can head over to their site and actually pre-order limited edition vinyl that you can pre-order before we do the recording. And once we do the recording, it actually like they give us a list of the people who pre-ordered the thing before we record it, so we can actually shout you out in the recording as we're performing. And you can have that on vinyl. So it's a really unique opportunity. I highly recommend folks check it out if you can. Yeah, man, super excited to be doing that soon. Let me get the link for you in a second. Hold on. Sorry, connection is a little janky right now. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Let's see. Yes, I think this is it. Let me see. Nope, they are being a hater. Every time I go to bring this link up, and I usually try to keep this stuff readily available, but sometimes it be doing the most. I think I got it. Okay, hold up. Hey, get my Nate Dogg on. Link working? Come on, let me be great. Any second now. Bang, got it. All right, here we go. All right, link in bio. So if those of you who want to support, you can pre-order now, and you can check out what songs I'm going to be performing as well. Shout out to those of you who've already pre-ordered your copy. Link should be popping up now. But yeah, man, and so you can actually customize it. You can select what song you want, and you can order more than one copy if you want. So the songs I plan to perform, I'll be doing The Long Route, Your Man Though, Eclipse, Waiting for the Clouds, a song called Bottom of My Heart, which is a song that I did with Nujabes that was actually never officially released. And it's one of the songs that we actually liked. But unfortunately, the other artists, it was my man Naturel, they weren't able to come to an agreement on the track and stuff like that. So we never released it, you know what I mean? And I think it was around the time I parted ways with releasing music to him. So I think it was more that than because Nujabes wanted to work with Naturel as well. He wanted to release an old project that Naturel did, but they didn't agree to that because he was looking to go a different way. So anyway, but yeah, the song Bottom of My Heart, which is an unreleased Nujabes track, I'm going to be performing that with a live band, as well as doing a medley of Blessing It and City Lights together. And then performing Salt and Pepper, but mashed up over World in Rhapsody, which is a Nujabes track as well. So like half of the songs are songs from Adultish. The other half are like different songs I did with Nujabes. It's only right. I'm doing it in February. You know how it goes. I celebrate my brother all the time, when I do my performances, but I figured it'd be a nice thing to add to the vinyl. So just so you know, the way it works, you actually get to select what songs you want me to record and perform. You know what I mean? So we're only performing all of these songs if this is what people pre-order. But keep in mind, these are smaller vinyls. They're not the full 12-inch, so all of these songs won't be on it. You pick which song you want, and the dope thing is because you pick the song you want, that also will lead to you getting a shout out on the recording. All right, I hope that was clear. Let's get back to other things, but to those of you who are dipping, because I know a lot of people got to roll. It's that time of day. Hey, hold up. We got a legend in the building. Shout out to Bob. Just sliding through. Just wanted to wish you a happy new year. Same to you, brother. Happy, man. Thank you for the birthday love. I hope you and yours enjoyed the holiday season. Much love for 2024. Same to you, fam. Good to see you up in here. Let's see. What do the vinyls get wrapped in, by the way? I know most people suggesting getting special sleeves for them. So yeah, I'm actually not sure. That's a question I got to ask the company. I know they only do vinyl. So I'm sure they're putting it in something that's going to keep it in good condition. But I'm not 100% sure because it's my first time working with this company. They're not a company that I'm going to be doing all of my vinyl releases for. This is just for this particular thing that I'm doing. As y'all know, I typically only do my releases since doing Animal Arithmetic. I've only been using green vinyl. This company uses a different type of material. However, they don't produce the stuff in bulk. So they're actually only pressing up the copies that people pre-order. So for those of you after it come out, like, that hit me up like, yo, trying to get a copy of that, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're probably not going to be able to get it because, they're only going to press up what's pre-ordered. And in order for me to get more copies, I would have to press it up. But then I would have to determine based on what I perform, what songs I want to press up, if any. So I'm not gonna lie to you and say I have plans to press this up. I got to see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So if you want a copy, I suggest you pre-order it between now and the date of the performance, which is the first weekend of February, first Saturday. All right. For y'all that don't know, Bottom of My Heart is an amazing track. See, he's speaking like somebody who supported the Kickstarter campaign. Thank you, sir. And if y'all hear sound effects in the back, it's my stomach because this is lunchtime. And, instead of eating, I'm here with y'all because I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Food come later. I got to speak to the people. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully before I black out, and then I'm going to eat good as soon as I'm done. But yeah. All right. Word up. Amazing track. Naturel killed that joint too. 100%. He really did, man. Oh, we got another celebrity in the building. Maglo in the building. What's going on, fam? Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year. All right. Ousted. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate your support. Thank you in advance. Patreon since day one. That's right. And for my Patreon folks. That's right. It's also available there if you haven't heard the track. Definitely, man. For those, just to say something real quick, if you're not supporting if you want to support in a more consistent way as well, Patreon is available. You can sign up for as low as $1 a month. Here we go. In numbers, that is the equivalent of 250 streams. So just by giving $1 a month, literally in a year, you will have, what was it? I'm gonna do that math real quick. 12 streams, blah, blah, blah. We're talking about, damn, I'm slow with the math. That is the equivalent of 3,500 streams, I think. You know what I mean? So just by supporting on Patreon at $1 a month, so something to think about, man. And you'll get to check out some stuff early. I got to actually throw some new stuff up there soon. Once I get some of these remixes done, I start throwing them on Patreon. But yeah, man, more comments. Let's get this next slide queued up too. Glad I popped in to hear about the vinyl. Definitely going to pre-order. Happy New Year and happy B-Day. Thank you so much, fam. I appreciate the love. All right. Let's see. Waiting for the clouds to part will be mine. Word. That's what's up. Joshua says sub dropped that track on my birthday last year. Kind of crazy how that happens. Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's been a while since I've gotten to ask a good question, so I got to get one in before you head out. Yeah, just throw it in. I'm sooner than later because I'm definitely gonna be wrapping up soon. Laugh out loud. At least have some water on standby next time you do a live, OG. Will do. Yeah, man. I just filled up my water bottle and then I closed the door and started the live. And then I looked around and I think I left it in the other room. So yeah, I should have went out and grabbed it when I played the video. But slacking. But the song is, but my stomach is definitely trying to add on to the conversation. And I'm like, you gonna stop being disrespectful, son. But anyway, upcoming events. I'm at MagFest on January 22nd through the 24th. It should be super, super dope, man. I'm gonna be doing a couple things. I'll be performing on Thursday night. And it's funny, it's actually the 21st through the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll be performing Thursday night with Tournament Arc. That is my man Mason Lieberman's band. So I'll be rocking with them on the 21st, I believe that is. I know it's that Thursday. And then I'm there with the Recording Academy as well. They're doing a panel, speaking to the musicians who are at MagFest who may be interested in becoming a part of the Recording Academy. So you can get learn more things about the ins and outs of the music business, be around other peers in the industry, get unique opportunities and resources, and also for those of you who've been in the biz a bit longer, be able to help out the next generation of artists. And yeah, man, because we do a lot of work. I sit on the board, and I'm a governor with the DC Recording Academy. And so it's not just us sitting around voting on albums for the Grammys, which we also do, but there's a lot of other work that gets done. Like, you know, we lobby and stuff on behalf of musicians to try to get laws changed to make it more fair. One of the things we recently did in the last few months was, you know, we met with folks talking about AI and certain concerns. I'm not a person who's anti-AI, because the fact of the matter is most of us have used it in some shape or fashion already and just aren't aware that that thing that we were using is a form of AI. But I am in favor of putting certain things in place that will allow people whose stuff is clearly being borrowed or stolen in order to create new content or inspire new content, can have certain things where if that thing is used and it's found on a platform that is collecting money so that people can use said AI, then absolutely there should be a little bit kickback. I mean, hey, if they can find fractions of a penny on one platform, I'm sure they can find something to compensate the various creatives whose stuff is being used or whatever in these other ways. So these are things, some of the things that we do behind the scenes. It's not just stuff with AI and stuff like that, but a lot of the different challenges that are happening. Like the Music Modernization Act, that was something that, you know, a lot of us lobbied on behalf of some years ago. That's how I met Merce in person, you know. But anyway, all right, let's go to the comments real quick. Or the chat. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. I got it. Let's go. Thank you, family. Appreciate it. Get that salt and pepper on pre-order. Yeah, man. All right. Same here. Fajita for me. All right. So if you were to settle down somewhere else in the DMV area, where would it be? Both in the U.S. and out of the country? Oh, man, that's a great question. I actually want to, I want a bi-coastal situation. You know, like my ultimate goal, you know, when we buy our next place, we had a house in Baltimore for a little bit, got rid of that. And then we had a place in Northern VA for a little bit. Ended up in a bad situation with that, so we just left houses for a certain period of time, and we've been in an apartment for a while. But my ultimate goal, we're waiting for my oldest daughter to finish school, is to be able to find something in this particular area, because you know, whether it's Northern Virginia, but I definitely, you know, long-term goal is I want to own something in PG too. So I want to have something in Northern VA, want to have something in PG. But I want to have something on the West Coast as well. I really, really love, I don't know if I want to live in LA, but I definitely would want to be somewhere a bit closer to it, because it is a place where I know a lot of folks, do a lot of business with some people out there. And it's my largest listening audience in the US. So I'd like to be closer to there so I could do more things and make certain connections there, so I wouldn't have to be so reliant on people I don't know to make things happen. So part of me would like to live a little bit closer to there, and that was part of the reason why we were kind of considering what Arizona was like, you know. But after seeing it for myself, like, I think it's really, really dope, but I don't know if I want to live there. That being said, I do like, I like Seattle a lot. I've gone to Seattle a lot and have a good time every time I'm there. Love the landscape, just how it looks, you know, the greenery, the people and all of that. So it's like we wouldn't have to be in Seattle proper, but being kind of close to there, I could see that. Shout out to Marcus D. Talked to him the other day. So yeah, man, I could see somewhere like that on the West Coast. But yeah, if I was to live in another country, the first country that comes to mind is Japan, simply because of the fact that, not so much just about the culture, because I know a lot of people kind of fawn over the culture and all of those things. Of course, I love that about the country, but it's more so because it's the place outside of the U.S. where I know the most people personally. So I know it would be an easier transition there would be a lot of challenges around the language and different things like that. But yeah, that's the first country that comes to mind. Other countries, maybe somewhere in Africa. I've only been 2 countries in Africa so far. Ethiopia doesn't even really count as a place that I visited because I only was just in the airport and interacting with locals like that. So I haven't really seen it for myself. But I like the idea of being able to have something there. I got a couple homies that have bought and built houses in Ghana. I haven't yet to go, but I want to go. So yeah, man. So we got a lot of places to travel. Me and the missus, we're about to hit our 20th wedding anniversary. We plan on traveling abroad, so we're gonna see at least one country, possibly 2 or 3, for our anniversary, our 20th wedding anniversary. And like I said, I audition homes everywhere I go. And the question that I have no problem asking people, I'm very direct. I'm like, yeah, man, it's a nice place. It's cool. It's cool. How do you treat the blacks? Like straight up, fam. Anytime I meet a person of color in a foreign country and stuff, or in a state that I don't frequent as much, I always have that conversation, because, it's about safety. You know what I mean? It's like, I need to understand. I definitely try to have a good idea of what type of threats exist in this place, because I recognize as a person who travels as part of my profession that oftentimes I'm in situations where I am receiving a certain type of treatment because they paid for me to be there and do a thing. So I'm not being treated as the average person who's passing through a lot of times. It's like a lot of special things are being done for me. So I'm not getting an accurate experience as to what it really means to live there or to travel there on my own. So that's why I ask very direct questions when I'm speaking to people. Like, what's the cost of living? How do folks respond to people who aren't from here, living here in particular, right? Like, so I like a place like Japan because, yeah, they have an issue with foreigners, but it has nothing to do with me being black most times. It's more of like, yeah, I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're Asian. Even if you're Asian and people think you look like us and all that, you're still not Japanese. And that's really the issue. So I was made very aware of that over the 20 plus years I've been going to Japan. Where there's some countries you go where they love when people visit. They just don't like when you stay. You know what I mean? And so some of the people I've come across in Japan, I've learned definitely they don't mind visitors. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's when you're thinking you're going to stay, you kind of discover some other issues. But largely, even that won't affect how safe you are there. And so that's why I'm like, I can deal with that, because I know why you're real. It's the equivalent of someone being nice to people who aren't related to them. Like, yeah, I'm cordial, you know what I mean? But outside of that, I'm not doing too much extra for you, or you shouldn't expect the same thing that I'm giving my family over here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I can get that. I can respect that. There's still a little bit of bias. There's still some discrimination, but it's largely not going to put my life in jeopardy. So yeah, that's tolerable. Do I know any Japanese shoto? Very, very little, like not a lot. You know what I mean? Not enough to have a real conversation. So obviously the language barrier would be a thing. But the cool thing about getting your kids over there while they're young and stuff, they can help you learn, a bit quicker than you would just kind of being on your own. Especially if people don't necessarily have the time to be holding your hand every 5 minutes you're there. But yeah. I know you seen my email. So how do I navigate 2 daughters and a wife? I'm outnumbered. Bats. Yeah, man. I think the biggest thing, and I know you're joking, but like it's one of those things, like even some like jokes got a little bit of seriousness to it. All I can tell you is at some point in time you're gonna realize it's more of a blessing than it is a curse or an issue. I'm a person that I was raised by a lot of women who all help contribute and to my upbringing, and so I've found that women have been easier for me to be around more so than men. The competitive nature of men sometimes makes it difficult to have certain conversations. A lot of brothers that I'm closest with now, you know, are the ones that like we've been able to have these real conversations without some of the crap that like men typically do to each other. You know, we all got those friends who just like, no matter what you do, like they got a joke for you. They trying to crack a joke on what you're wearing, this, that, and the third, or picking on you about different things that are very much a part of who you are, and it's like it's clearly not changing anytime soon. And you got to hear about that stuff. And you know, every now and then it's cool, you know what I mean? But like when it becomes a consistent thing, I find that I experience things like that more so with men than I do women. And so, yeah, man, for me, living in that situation where it's like, you know, it's 4 people in my household and I'm the only man, I think it's given them better insight on why men think and do the things they do. But it's also given me great insight on what makes women who they are. And it allows me to be more patient, understanding, be a better ally to them, you know, and yeah, man. And then also educate my daughters on, because although I'm a man, and I would argue that there's a lot of things that I do that some men are just like, yeah, couldn't be me. You know what I'm saying? But I think even that, you know, because I have those experiences with certain people or have friends that do certain things and blah, 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 I'm able to better inform my daughters and my wife on why guys do what we do sometimes. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, it's a blessing. And you're going to see it, man. And, there's few love. I'm sure, you know, already, man, a daughter's love for her father may be some of the strongest love that has ever existed. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, man, I don't doubt how my kids feel about me. See, hey, make y'all laugh real quick. Funniest shit ever, yo. It happened yesterday. I picked my daughter up, my youngest daughter, from the bus stop. She made a new friend, so she's walking. The new friend is walking with us. She lives in our building, and her friend asked, like, "What's your daddy's name?" I'm right there. She ain't talking to me mostly, you know what I mean? But what's your daddy's name? And you know, and in your mind, you're like, I wonder if my kid is gonna actually say daddy, right? But yo, she goes, his name's Substantial, and I'm like, and I correct her. I'm like, that's daddy's professional name, but you know. I told the little girl, I was like, you can call me Mr. Stan, right? Make it less formal. I'm not going to treat it like we're working at the school. So, and then she interjects and was like, yeah, but his friends call him Baby Stan. Hey, young, I was dying. The reason why that's hilarious is because that's what my sister Lisa calls me. Not all my friends call me that. Literally one person in my life calls me that, but we've just stayed with her for 2 weeks. So she's telling this little girl, I was like, yeah, but his friends call him Baby Stan. I'm like, no, they don't. I almost cursed. Like, no, the hell they don't. No, they don't. One person calls me that, and this little girl does not have permission to call me that. Hey, yeah, it was funny. Funny to me, you know. But anyway, life, man. Pop life. So anyway, quick, I'm going to run through these last slides and get off of here because I got a whole lot of work to do today. That's yo. It was hilarious, man. She's like, yeah, his friends call him Baby Stan. I'm like, no, the hell they don't. Anyway, next event. Next event is February 29th. That's going to be me. My brother Jay Live is going to be in Baltimore as well. Heroes for Hire and Wreck the System. Going to be a really dope kickoff concert that's happening at MAP Technologies in Baltimore. This is the day before ChromaCon jumps off. So definitely, if you're in the area, come through. As I mentioned, if you're not too far from Maryland, and by not too far, I'm saying like you're an hour to like 4 hours away, where like you might want to make a weekend trip out of coming to the DMV or coming to Baltimore, I should say. You might want to do that, man, because we got the pre-kickoff event for ChromaCon that's happening on the 29th. And then after that, we got ChromaCon, which me and J Live and many others will be there all weekend. So it's going to be super dope. Definitely come through, man. And like I mentioned, you know, I'm a special guest at ChromaCon from March 1st through the 3rd. So yeah, man, if there was ever an event where it's like, y'all might make a weekend thing out of that, if you can afford to do so, you're definitely going to have a great time because it's right on the Inner Harbor. All right. Now, upcoming travel plans. Also, real quick, for any of you who are watching, that's a show promoter that's interested in having me and Jay Live come to your city. We're actually currently booking a tour right now. The tour is called the Grown Man Rap Tour. Celebrating adultish and also the release of this new project he has coming. Details coming later on that. But yeah, man, we're currently booking shows. One show on the West Coast just fell through, but we're going to see what else we can make happen, and I'll keep y'all posted. But yeah, travel plans happening this year. I'm going to Japan, back to Japan in February. Before ChromaCon, I'll be out there for like a week with Marcus D, maybe doing one show, but definitely recording the next Bob Alloy project. So that's happening. And then after that, I'm going to be in Nepal doing some cultural diplomacy work with Words, Beats, and Life. It's going to be super dope. Expect a lot of dope photos. And also, man, I'm going to figure out what music video we're going to shoot out there. It's going to be a great time. All right. Joshua says, last one from me. Actually spent more time than I should have thinking about this one. How hard is it to have Steph on each track that needs a hook since y'all have been making magic on everything? Oh, how hard is it not to have Steph? Yo, you know what's funny? Yeah, man, it's one of those things. I think part of the reason why I've learned to not overuse her is because I think it makes the things we do more special. Like, I think that's, as much as the subject matter of Ghost in the Cell hits, her voice, that haunting, the ooh that she puts in it, and then her re-singing what I wrote, it just, she makes everything better, man. And I'd love to, I probably could have her on far more songs than, could ask her to be on far more songs, but I think part of it is like, I don't want people to ever grow tired of hearing us collab. So I think sometimes when you do too much of a thing, people start to underappreciate it. And so I think with these last projects, having her on the project, but not having her on there more than like one or two times and stuff, just so as a reminder of like, yeah, there's a lot of dope people on this project and something and stuff, but it's something about Steph. It's something about when Steph get on the track was substantial, And so yeah, man. The only one I can directly compare is Lupe and Nicki Jean. I am not mad at that. That's a great, man. Listen, that's a great company to be in. Yeah, when they get together, it's definitely magic. And Steph is definitely that for me. She definitely makes everything better. So I don't know how much of the stuff on the new Bob Alloy album she's going to be on, but yeah, I'm gonna do my best to try to make sure she's at least on one track per usual. You know what I mean? But yeah, all right. So let's see. I think I covered everything. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank y'all so much for watching. Again, man, I appreciate the contributions to from those who were able to donate to the channel today. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for the birthday love. I appreciate all the well wishes and all of that. Shout out to those of you who actually cop merch while we were live today, whether it was from the Sub Art Music Store or it was from the pre-orders for the vinyl for that live performance joint from Least of All. Regardless of how you supported today, man, I'm greatly appreciative. Thank y'all so much. What I'm gonna get ready to do before we go is I'm gonna throw the music video back on for those of you who came in late today and those of you who haven't watched the video. So right now, if you want to watch the long route video on YouTube or share it with other people, it's available only on Words, Beats, and Life channel. It's going to be there for at least exclusively there for a few more weeks before I add it to my channel. But don't worry, it will officially be on my channel in a couple weeks. But in the meantime, in between time, let's get this up on the screen. And I'm going to just say peace. Thank y'all so much, man. Love y'all per usual. Thank y'all for all the support. I really can't do this without y'all. Got a lot of great stuff en route, and be on the lookout for that. So on that note, once again, in case you missed it earlier, here's the video for the long route filmed in Uganda, shot by me, Buete, and my wife. Yeah, man, really proud of this joint. Thank you again to Words, Beats, and Life for helping to make it happen. Y'all have a great weekend. Be safe. Peace.
Welcome home, Substantial.
We want to change it. We need it on the double. You know. But Tamara Dobson said progress has to be a slow thing for it to be definite. That's real. So I hit up Tamara Wellens and we decided to take the long route home. Let's go.
We rarely choose a path, but success is all but secure. We test our limits daily, ensuring we're built for more. They stepped over my body while washing up on the shore. Ironically, I wasn't self-doubt and seldom endure. I'm no stranger to struggle, I become a connoisseur. No standing for experience, wisdom ain't in brochures. But I find greatness synonymous with the journey that's arduous. Surviving don't always make you popular with the populace. Some would rather get posthumous recognition. Easier to miss than love you, cause love requires commitment. Back when I was a pauper, but chose to offer enrichment. I named my nephew wealth long before we knew enrichment. Not defined by my pigment, but I'm proud descendant of men and women who know what winning in our country and their skin meant. An independent family man with a penchant for finding love without limits beyond the hate and resentment.
We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song. We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song.
You know the pressure we under is unrelenting, and it seems the distance we travel is never ending. Question our decisions when life is testing our gumption, and learn that goals ain't really last stops, they're more like junctions. Path that lead to businesses, others that lead to babies. Some that lead to a classroom and others that lead to stages. Some that lead you to prison and others the early grave. But if I have been on earth while searching the path of pave. But son, ain't take time to chill, this took time to build. Finding each other's easy, the hard parts to find the will. To keep the ship afloat when others give up hope. Winning each other's sail or anchor when we need it most. So before the curtain call or the counter gavel, I answer when my purpose call. We got ground to travel. Locale don't matter when the tank's full as your heart is. Seen the world where home is still where my heart and the art is.
We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song. We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song. We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song. We took the long route home, going through the unknown. Our yellow lights turn green. We hold on to our song.
Went all out. Went all out. I took the long route, no help. Went all out. Went all out. I took the long route, no help. Went all out. Went all out. I took the long route, no help. Went all out. I took the long route, no help. Went all out.
I'm keeping it together right now, but you don't understand. I dreamed about this moment for most of my life. You know what I mean? Like I've dreamt about this most of my life. I've done my DNA to know exactly where my ancestors are from, and this has been something 43 years in the making that I've been waiting for to come here and be with brothers and sisters like yourself. So I don't take this lightly. You know what I mean? I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life, and I really appreciate being able to share this with y'all.